How does poker stack depth affect equity realization? Imagine you're holding a strong hand but the chips are stacked differently than usual. How much of your hand's true strength you can turn into actual winnings depends a lot on how deep or shallow your stacks are. When we talk about stack depth, we're referring to the size of your chips compared to the size of the pot. This is often measured by the stack-to-pot ratio, or SPR, which is simply your remaining chips divided by the current pot size. If the SPR is high, meaning you have a lot of chips relative to the pot, you have more room to make strategic moves after the flop. You can bet, raise, or fold based on how the hand develops, which helps you realize more of your hand's true potential. For example, with deeper stacks, you can bluff more effectively or extract extra value from strong hands because there's more money at stake and more chances to build bigger pots. On the other hand, if your stacks are shallow, say an SPR of 1 or less, your options are limited. You might find yourself going all in early, often on the flop or turn, because there's not enough chips to make multiple bets or raises. This means your ability to realize your hand's equity is more straightforward but less flexible. You tend to get your chips in quickly, and your actual winnings are closer to the raw strength of your hand rather than the full potential of post-flop play. Position also plays a big role here. When stacks are deep, acting last gives you a huge advantage because you see what your opponents do before you decide. This extra information helps you control the size of the pot and decide whether to bet, raise, or fold, which can increase your chances of realizing your equity fully. The type of hand matters too. Suited connectors or hands that can make flushes and straights tend to realize more of their equity in deep stacks because they have more opportunities to hit big post-flop hands. If you have a suited connector like 9 of hearts and 10 of hearts, a deep stack allows you to chase those flushes or straights, which pay off more when the pot is bigger. Skill is a big factor as well. Skilled players know when to bet big, when to fold, and how to manipulate the pot size to maximize their equity realization. They can take advantage of deep stacks by making moves that less experienced players might miss, turning their hand strength into real chips. To sum it up, when stacks are deep, you can play more complex post-flop strategies, which helps you realize more of your hand's true strength. When stacks are shallow, decisions are simpler, often leading to all-in situations where your equity realization is more about your raw hand strength. Position and hand type influence how much of your equity you can actually turn into winnings, and skill helps you make the most of these situations. Understanding these differences can help you adjust your game to get the most value from every hand, no matter the stack size.